Next, to listen to the views from SDG Children's Parliament of Sri Lanka, let me invite Devni Tillekeratne, a Minister of SDG Children's Parliament of Sri Lanka. Let's welcome her on stage.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Let me start with two famous quotes from none other than Sir Winston Churchill on Parliament. First quote: "The objective of the Parliament is to substitute arguments for wisdom." The second quote: "When I'm in office, I always keep members of Parliament talking. If they stopped, they might start thinking." What can we say about our own Parliament? What are your thoughts? The name Parliament is derived from the French parlement, the action of parler, to speak. A parlement is a discussion. The term came to mean a meeting at which such a discussion took place. Many ancient cultures featured a gathering of leaders to discuss and decide on matters of importance. There is evidence of citizens' assemblies being held in ancient Mesopotamia, modern-day Syria, and Iraq, as far back as 2500 BC. In medieval Europe, various forms of councils and assemblies existed. For instance, the Anglo-Saxon Wittenagemot in England played an advisory role to monarchs. The signing of the Magna Carta in 1215 in England established the principle that the king was subject to the law. It required the king to seek counsel from his barons on matters of taxation and governance. The conflicts between the monarchy and the parliament in the 17th century significantly shaped the development of parliamentary democracy in England. The Bill of Rights, 1689, established parliamentary supremacy over the monarchy. The modern concept of parliamentary government emerged in the Great Kingdom of Britain between 1707 and 1800s. The British Empire spread parliamentary systems to its colonies, including Sri Lanka. Many of these countries retained and adopted these systems after gaining independence. Sri Lanka was colonized by the Portuguese and subsequently by the Dutch. The British took control of Ceylon in 1796. They introduced administrative reforms, including the establishment of a legislative council in 1833. This council was largely advisory and composed mainly of British officials. The Donoughmore Constitution in 1931 marked a significant step towards self-governance with the introduction of the State Council, which included Ceylonese members. Then, the Sovereign Constitution in 1947 established a two-house legislature. It laid the groundwork for full self-governance. On February 4th, 1948, Ceylon gained independence from Britain and became a dominion in the British Commonwealth. The two-house legislature continued. The 1972 Constitution declared Ceylon as a republic and was renamed what? Sri Lanka. A national state assembly was created. Then, the 1978 Constitution introduced the current parliamentary system. The National State Assembly was renamed the Parliament of Sri Lanka, and a powerful executive presidency was established. The Parliament consists of 225 members elected for a 5-year term. Ladies and gentlemen, let me conclude with one final quote, this time by a Canadian politician. The government cannot tax what the Parliament does not approve. But the Parliament cannot approve what it does not know. Thank you.
Thank you very much. And that was the views of the SCG Children Parliament of Sri Lanka, International Day, the views of International Day of Parliamentarism. Ladies and gentlemen, next to hear the views of International Day.
Take one photograph, please.
Okay, that's interesting. Wonderful. Let's put our hands together, please. Next to hear the International Day of Parliamentarism views from the SDG Action Decay Volunteer Club. Let me invite